Hey, how are you doing, guys? Today we're going to be picking up right where we left off last week with chapter 112 of Chainsaw Man. Today is probably going to be one of the most packed chapter reviews in Chainsaw Man history because we have a metric ton to talk about. And don't worry, we're going to talk about literally everything today. We're going to talk about the horse girl, the imposter, Asa's vague moral compass, Denji getting over again, and more. But first, class is once again in session. I've linked a poll at the top of the description below where you guys can vote on what grade you think this chapter of Chainsaw Man should get, A, B, C, D, or F. And in next week's chapter review video, we'll go over the overall chapter GPA as well as some of your guys' comments on this video down below. Speaking of which, let's just quickly go over what you guys thought of chapter 111. So over 250 people voted, 255 to be specific, and after crunching the numbers together, we get a chapter GPA of 3.85. Another fantastic GPA. It's like this every week if we just keep scrolling down. We just see A's across the board. The chapter poll for this week is live already. 85 votes already because this was a wild chapter. So enough with the GPA, let's look at some of your guys' comments. So Dr. Fruit Snack says, maybe the imposter Denji has to do with the new horse girl we saw. Possibly it's to get Asa really pissed and want to kill Chainsaw Man even more. So I read this one off specifically because, and yes, we're going to talk about it later in the video, I genuinely think that's the case now. Which sucks because I spent like 5 hours yesterday working on the video I put out where I was going over some of your guys' amazing theories you put in this comments for this video right here. Just to be absolutely shafted by this new chapter. It's still a great video and I recommend you guys check it out to see some really amazing fan theories, and who knows, maybe it could still end up going that way. So yeah, that'll be linked down below. And then Joe Blows Dodo says, hard dislike for the cat headphones. I thought only e-girls wear those. And unfortunately, Joe Blows Dodo, yeah, Joe Blows Dodo, I fucking rock the cat girl headphones. The only reason I'm not wearing them today is because I have a bad hair day and I have to wear this hat. Thank you guys so much for your comments last week. Remember to leave your comments on this video down below and maybe we'll talk about it in the next chapter review video. And while you're down in the description checking out that voting link or leaving a comment down below, don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel if you like Chainsaw Man related content. I make literally a metric shit ton of it. I think my past 20 videos in a row have been Chainsaw Man. I swear to God, more variety is coming, but I'm just loving the Chainsaw Man, baby. Alright, I've shelled myself enough. Let's talk about the new chapter. This chapter was essentially a massive blur, so I feel like the best place to start is just from the very beginning. And of course, the fucking uniform sword is smashed into a billion tiny pieces because we just can't have nice things here. If I were Asa, I would have picked up like the biggest shard and said, Ultimate Destructo Prison Shank. It just starts stabbing motherfuckers in the neck. But Asa, like the audience with our short attention span, remembers, oh shit, this chick with crazy eyes came in and turned my best friend into a kaiju. She asks Yoru about it and Yoru says, I don't know. She does that one meme where it's like, I really hope you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm certain we've all been kind of wondering if all the horse girls know each other, or of each other's existence at least, or if they're mutually at the top of the food chain. But this confirms to me that there is an actual pecking order, and Yoru's probably closer to the bottom of that. Keep in mind, all of this information I got from the first page of this chapter alone. Chainsaw Man fans are truly eating good this week, and I'm not just talking about Himeno's vomit. So now we turn the page and we get this crazy reveal that this new horse girl is actually that one girl from the Devil Hunters Club that was knocked out of the window by Yuko in the previous fight. I actually went back to reread chapter 107, 108 after this reveal, just because I wanted to see if maybe there are any clues or fun things I could recognize. But I think this panel right here is of the same horse girl walking back into the school to find Asa in chapter 108. So, that's a fun little Easter egg for you guys. Funny enough, I was actually wondering, back when I read chapter 107, why they left her face obscured in that fight, but we could see the other guys clear as day. But even funnier than that, this huge reveal is completely overshadowed in less than 2 pages when the leader of the Devil Hunters Club comes in and invites Asa to join via recommendation. He mentioned that the Jotaro-looking guy saw Asa fight valiantly against Yuko, and because of that, she's proved herself enough to join the Devil Hunters Club. But I kind of call bullshit on that one because he was missing an eye at that point already, and all Asa did was just get naked and touch Yuko with an overpowered murder weapon. To me, it would make a lot more sense if the horse girl used some kind of horse girl power to convince them into, you know, just letting Asa join. So after this proposition, Yoru, in her usual cringe fashion, takes over Asa's body and boldly asks the class president if he knows the identity of Chainsaw Man. Which is hilarious because Chainsaw Man's tried to expose himself on 2 separate occasions to her. Then out of nowhere, the craziest reveal of the chapter comes where the club president lifts up his shirt and he has the same exact ripcord that Chainsaw Man has, and he declares himself the real Chainsaw Man. God damn it, I just put out a video yesterday about all of your amazing theories about how this imposter Chainsaw Man could have been, you know, Yoshida or something, or maybe it was Nayuta unknowingly controlling Denji, but nope! That said, I'm not actually convinced it was the class president that killed Yuko last week because those birds were sus as hell. This guy actually kind of reminds me a little bit of Nomura Furuta from Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul Ray. You know, he's like a charming, handsome guy, but he's got that shit-eating grin, and he's super pompous, and he's lying about being Chainsaw Man. Dude's got clown written all over him. And this reveal kind of circles back to that comment I read off before about the new horse girl or horseman of the apocalypse having something to do with this imposter Denji existing. You know, we still don't know, but, you know, it's looking like that could be a possible, even probable path the story's gonna take. So now Yoru walks away without even trying to fight Chainsaw Man, and Asa's bewildered by this. Why didn't you fight him? He was right there! Which is amazing, because it led to another Yoru tantrum, and you know, we love these tantrums. It also reconfirms the suspicion we had. Jesus Christ. It also reconfirms the suspicion that we had that out of all the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, Yoru's probably the weakest. But what was saddest to me was Asa telling Yoru how badly she wants her gone. The sooner you go away, the sooner my life gets better. Yoru seems to not really care about that, you know, water off a duck's back, whatever the fucking phrase is. But we all know that Yoru's a pretty Yoru's a pretty emotionally complex character. You know, things can hurt her feelings. There's bullying in the devil universe. But at least Yoru seemed very happy with Asa's declaration that, okay, fine, if it gets you out of my body soon enough, then I will find a person and turn him into a weapon. So while Asa and Yoru are looking out over a crowd of people trying to find out who they could turn into a powerful weapon, in comes Denji, picking up littered cigarettes off the ground, taking them apart, and putting the leftover tobacco in other rolling paper, and very flawlessly rolling new cigarettes in order to scam homeless people, which is incredibly based. But it's good to know that Denji's going to be rolling some incredible spliffs in college. And even more based than that is after witnessing this altercation, Asa and Yoru decide that, you know, they wouldn't feel all that bad if he died, but they'd feel just bad enough that killing him would create a strong weapon. Or as they put, he's in between a cat and a criminal. The dehumanization tactics are incredible, aren't they? But this is where it gets really sad again, because once again, another girl comes into Denji's life and manipulates him into thinking that she likes him. This man cannot catch a break. Is no one interested in his Denji heart? Makima, Reize, now Asa. I'm certain what's gonna happen from here is that, you know, Asa's gonna see that everything Denji does, you know, scamming homeless people for money, is so he can take care of Nayuta, this child that he's harboring in his home. And she'll probably get second thoughts after seeing this. And who knows, maybe Denji's got some hidden riz, and maybe he can actually get Asa to genuinely fall for him. But Jesus, it's so depressing seeing how desperate he is for attention and money. Just seeing how fast he went from being annoyed with Asa, you know, pestering him to saying yes to her date proposition. Well, you know, he's on the fast track to becoming a basement-dwelling red-pilled doomer, so I'm worried for him. I genuinely don't think Asa and Yoru could kill Denji even if they tried their hardest, so I'm not really worried about his physical health. I'm just worried about his poor broken heart. I can only hope that he's wisened up at least a little after part 1, so he's not so naive as to let himself be used again. But seeing him say yes like that, it's not looking so good, guys. So, unfortunately, gamers, I think we need to go back to the drawing board for theory building. But my comments are open if you guys have any ideas. That's about all for today's chapter review video. We're off next week because there's no chapter. But, stick around on my channel. I'm going to be putting out plenty of other videos in the meantime. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Whoa, whoa.